Oda did it again. He's just dropping one bomb after another. Kuma's backstory, Shank's past, and his dad. Ivanka's shocking reveal. This chapter has it all. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about One Piece 1095. The cover story for this week is hell lot of funny. A monkey stealing Buggy's nose, an emperor's nose, so it's quite funny there. The chapter is called A World Where You're Better Off Dead. I mean, the chapter's name signifies what the chapter is gonna be about itself. In the last chapter, we see Saint Saturn as huge as hell. Saturn has completely changed into a full demon. So in this chapter, he mentions why do humans do the opposite what they're told, right? So he's almost referring that he's not a human. Of course, he's a huge ass demon here, but my reasons is Saturn is kind of immortal. Like in the flashback, you see he looks the same, and right now he looks the same. So he's almost reached to a level that he feels like he's a god. Of course, if you're immortal and you cannot die, you feel like you're a god. Saturn also took a hit from Bonnie, and the Marines are like worried. Should we help him or not? So, but Saturn is like, shut the hell up. Like, I took the hit wantingly, you know? That's how he is. So, and it doesn't actually affect Saturn. Like, it's a very low attack. Obviously, it's not gonna affect him. But the really interesting part, his wound gets healed easily. I mean, this is not a crazy theory that Saturn is immortal. I mean, it can be an effect of immortality from the operation of Ope, right? So Saturn attacks Bonnie the same way he attacks the soldier in the last chapter. He blows Bonnie's head into smithereen. And Sanji is like running towards Saturn, trying to help Bonnie, but Sanji also gets the same thing. And Sanji gets one shot by Saturn, one of the commanders of the Emperor gets one shot by Saturn. That's so crazy. The attack was so demonic, right? That attack looks so demonic and crazy. One of the interesting thing about this chapter is Kizaru not able to move after Luffy's attack. I mean, Kaido was able to move after Luffy's attack, but Kizaru is down in a defeated position. Like, is the emperors actually stronger than the admirals? I mean, this can be one of the things that can be taken into the consideration. I mean, Kizaru is like down, one shot to his head and he's completely down. The MVP of the chapter is definitely Frankie. The huge spider-like Saturn goes for the hit, but Frankie hits this captain and saves him. Luffy definitely is down compared to the battle with Kaido. I mean, he had a lot more stamina when he was fighting Kaido than now. Like, he looks more older. Like, he looks kind of, to me, he looks more older than he looked in Wano when he got out of Gear 5. So, I don't know what's going on there. So, another thing is Saturn also acknowledges the crew who sticks together. Like, it shows that he has that respect to the crew. Frank is like super proud that someone big shot like Saturn is after Luffy. Of course, he has the Nika fruit, so definitely they're after him. So it's not a new thing there. The entire crew, Vegapunk, Bonnie, everyone are screwed. They're surrounded by enemies and all the ships around them. So I'm not sure what will happen. Will Luffy actually come and help everyone? Saturn decides Bonnie is the first to die and he orders his troop to shoot her. So before that, Vegapunk is like, don't do that, she's a young child. And this also proves the theory that Bonnie is actually a small kid. She's not even a teen, and her death would be like super horrific. So before anything happens, Saturn also says that Kuma is a slave. And we got a huge race reveal of Kuma. So Kuma's race is Buccaneer, who in the past actually committed a grave sin. So we don't know what it is, but my guess would be maybe joining Joy Boy and the Will of D and everything. We cut to a flashback and ding ding ding, it's Kuma's flashback. We've been waiting for this flashback for a very long time. I knew this flashback would be like very painful to read, and here we are. Child Kuma was really adorable, and his story is really painful to read. We get a reveal that Kuma is a Buccaneer's blood, which is nothing but a giant's blood in him. That's why he's kind of huge. Like when he was young itself, he was like super buffed and super huge. And that's what makes him special. Kuma's story was heartbreaking. Seriously, guys. At a young age, Kuma and his family was caught and made slaves to the Celestial Dragon. So we also see how much suffering Kuma goes through. One of the painful pages to read was when Kuma's mom died. Oda really showed what pain is, to be honest. When Kuma cried, when his dad mentioned that his mom was in a better place, that really hurted me. I mean, that really pricked me. Thinking the pain is over, Kuma's dad actually tries to give some hope to Kuma by bringing up Nika. Like how he's gonna save everyone, how he's gonna save the slaves, and how he will bring joy to everyone. And bam! Kuma's dad dies right in front of Kuma. And the blood is like splattered all over his face. I'm like, what the hell? That was so freaking painful. His mom died. His dad died right in front of his face. That was very difficult to read. I mean, seeing that, I was like, Luffy, just get in there. I mean, Luffy is gonna bring light to these people. He's gonna set everyone free. And that day will definitely come. We also got God Valley's flashback, another huge bomb. I didn't expect this chapter to have God Valley's flashback, but here we are. The Celestial Dragons have a hunting tournament to hunt people and slaves for the satisfaction. So as cruel as the Celestial Dragons are, this is not something new to them. And they chose God Valley for a very childish reason. Initially, I thought God Valley is one of the places where the Celestial Dragons live. Like it was a place for Celestial Dragon. But no. They chose God Valley because it has God in their name. That's like so childish for a Celestial Dragon and so them. Oh, crazy. God's Valley is in the West Blue. And we know Shank was born in the West Blue. So we might also see the flashback of Shanks. So let's see. So another interesting thing was we saw a younger version of Saint Garling. He really looks like Shanks. Remember when Whitebeard mentions, this wound I got from that guy. That guy aches whenever I see your face. This definitely might be Shanks' dad, Garling. We see Saint Saturn in God Valley, who looks exactly the same as he is now. Again proving that Goroseis are actually immortal. There is a theory that Saturn's devil fruit is related to disease and sickness. So that begs to the question, did Roger actually get his disease during God Valley incident? So that might be one of the huge possibilities here. The biggest shocking reveal of this chapter is Ivankov being a slave. And he was there in God Valley with Kuma. That was crazy. So we knew Ivankov and Kuma, they had a connection, but this was a huge one. Like Ivankov is like a childhood friend to Kuma, and they were there in God Valley when the whole incident happened. I mean, Ivankov would have gone through a rough time when he saw his close friend Kuma turning into a machine. I mean, that would be very difficult for him. A new character in this chapter was Jenny, who was introduced. So there's a lot of fan theory in the online. It just boomed there saying that she's Luffy's mom because the way she looks and her eating habits. But my theory would be she is actually Bonnie's mother. I mean, look back. She kind of looks like Bonnie. And she has that eating habit, and which Bonnie also has. Bonnie eats a lot, and that's where she got it from. She got it from her mom. And definitely Jenny is gonna die in this flashback. So Oda brings up new characters all the time in his flashback, and he definitely kills in a very horrific way. It's so painful to watch, and I don't know how Jenny is gonna die, but I'm definitely sure it's gonna affect Kuma, and it will be very painful to watch. What a chapter. It had it all, like Gorosei, flashback, related to Shanks. We also see Ivankov, Kuma's wife and Bonnie's mother. This chapter was like mind-blowing. Oda is going all out in this current chapters. And sadly, we have a break next week. But yeah, this chapter was really amazing. Like, it was phenomenal. I would rate again 10 out of 10 for this chapter. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on the notification bell to get contents like this. Thank you so much.